Hi guys, it's Sam here with Bargain Hunting Blonde, and today I am bringing you a video of what I would and would not buy at the new increased Chanel prices. So in general, I'm kind of team, I'm not buying Chanel right now because I'm voting with my dollar. But if I was buying Chanel, these are the pieces I would still consider buying, and these are the pieces I would definitely not buy. So number one on the would consider buying is the Chanel Mini Rectangular Vanity, or the Chanel Mini Vanities in general. I just personally need a bag to fit a phone, and these square ones do not fit a phone. So I'll put up a picture of the two different types, but they did go up in price. But for a bag, which I know they technically consider them an SLG, but for a bag, they are $2,750, I want to say, which is expensive, but with Chanel prices, that is not bad. Especially the ones I have a little handle on top, which I love, which makes it even more of a bag. I love the vanity look, and you're definitely still getting the Chanel vibes with the quilting and the chain with the leather woven throughout. So that is a bag I would still consider buying if I was buying Chanel. Bag I would not consider buying, number one, the Walk. The Walk is now at $3,500. That is very, very expensive for a wallet on a chain, which is technically an SLG. I think we're at the point where we all need to stop calling it an entry-level piece, especially considering it basically holds nothing. And we just need to accept that it is an expensive piece. $3,500 is buying you a solid bag at other fashion houses, at Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Saint Laurent. Like, we just need to understand that that is no longer a starter piece. I don't honestly think it was ever a starter piece, but a lot of people did. And just, I would not buy that bag, especially not at that price point. Especially not when the mini rectangular and mini square were at that price point or below that price point less than a year ago. A second bag that I would actually consider buying brand new from Chanel would be a Chanel Duffle. I love the Duffle. I do have one. I have a much more vintage one, but I would consider buying another. They did go up in price. They're $3,900, but they are very big bags, and that's the one. I'll put up again a picture that has the top handle and the little handheld handle. So like it has full-on tote straps and also handheld straps. I love that bag. I would definitely consider buying another, and I think for Chanel, that is a good price point. You are still under $4,000, which I feel like almost nothing is under $4,000 now, which is absolutely insane. Second bag I would not buy is the mini rectangular flap. So as of the time I'm filming this video, this has not gone up to $5,000 yet, but all my sales associates and everyone has been reporting that they're going to have another increase. They're kind of like rolling them out in middle of November, and it'll go up to $5,000. I love my mini rectangular flap that I bought on my honeymoon in Paris in August of 2019. I believe it cost me around $2,700. I would never pay $5,000 for a bag that small. I'm sorry. It's really cute. I get it, but it is not a classic flap. It is, yeah, it is not. And I would not pay the $5,000 that it costs. I just don't think it's worth it. It's very cute. Not paying $5,000. The third and last piece that I would consider buying from Chanel retail are the seasonal flaps. Now, I do think the seasonal flaps will see a slight price increase as it is a flap bag. But I do believe that they will be under, and they always have been under, the classic flap. I think the seasonal flap can have very beautiful pieces. Honestly, a lot of times they can look like the classic flap. They just don't have the double flap. I actually kind of like that because they're lighter. So I would still consider the seasonal flap bags for purchasing from Chanel. They do, though, vary in price because some of them are very, very expensive if they're like very heavily embellished. The last bag that I would not buy from Chanel at retail is the Reissue or the 255. The 255/Reissue does not have a good resale value. If you'll look at any resale website, they are definitely under retail. I think that's just because they're not as evidently Chanel. They're a little more understated of a look. And so I would just go the Preloved route if I was going to be buying one of those bags. I think the price increase on those that matches the classic flaps is just insane. As you will notice, I have not included the classic flap in this list. That is because I think everyone is going to have to make a decision about the classic flap and if they want to buy it retail or not, because I do think the price will keep going up. And I think if you don't have one and it's your dream bag, you might want to buy it retail. I personally will not be buying any classic flaps retail. The Preloved market, especially the vintage market, is definitely more for me, especially because of the price increase. But just in general, it always has been. I have only ever bought one classic plat brand new, and that's because I was really in love with the color, and that was in June of 2021, or like very beginning of July 2021, and that bag has gone up $2,000 since I bought it. So I guess that's a nice increase. Still don't consider handbags investments. They are not investments in my mind, but it has definitely gone up in value. So I think everyone's going to have to kind of make their own decision there on if it's worth it for them to spend that much to have a brand new Chanel classic flap. Personally, I would not do it, but that is just me. And like I said, I actually prefer the not as puffy quilting. I prefer lambskin, and I prefer the plated gold hardware. So for me, it makes sense to buy a vintage piece. So please let me know your thoughts. Are there any bags that you would still consider buying retail from Chanel that I did not list in this list? Or are there any bags that I missed that you would be like, I'm not buying that retail, it is way too pricey? Please let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which is twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. If you want to see how I style my bags, please make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my blog, all of which are linked down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!